Hey guys, welcome to Mars Toys. Look what I have here. I have this Marvel 80 years Wolverine and Hulk. This is Wolverine's first appearance, which I'm super excited for. I kind of got it early. I got them through Entertainment Earth. Look at this box. It looks really cool. There's a lot of empty space, and that's because Wolverine is so much smaller than Hulk. But there's still a lot of empty space in the box that looks kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's a little too much more than what we need. On this side, you have Wolverine's first appearance, which is really cool with his old mask. You have a picture here of the comic book where we introduce Wolverine, and then a little read-up on Wolverine, and then one on Hulk. On the other side, you get some panels from the Hulk, which is kind of cool. Some Marvel logo here, and that's about it. But let's open them up and see what we think. Here they are out of the box, and I am super excited. I really love this Wolverine. Most of it is kind of like recycled from the Tiger Stripe Wolverine when it comes to like the boots and the legs and all that stuff, the butterfly. The articulation and all that stuff, it's actually the same thing, the same gloves and everything. Obviously there's a whole new head sculpt, which is, let's see if I can get it to focus. The head is a whole new sculpt, and it's really cool. I just like this vintage Wolverine, and you know, to be honest, I wasn't sure what it was going to look like as the Marvel Legend, but it looks really cool. I really do like it. The only difference that I could see here, I'm not sure, I didn't bring out the brown suit Wolverine or the Jim Lee Wolverine, but the belts are a little bit different. So this one has the buckle versus the X, and then obviously the head. It also comes with a pair of closed fists, so it's the same ones I think we've seen them before. But let's talk about the Hulk, because that's what's really exciting here. Even though Wolverine is great, but look at these hands, they're just massive. Just compare it to like a Wolverine hand. Like, look at this, the difference. I mean, it's really cool. So he's just massive, he's huge, and I mean, I love everything about it. It just feels, this is the Hulk that we should always have had. We've been waiting for one like this, and I mean, because it's such a classic Hulk, you can use it for pretty much any era of Avengers. Oh wow, it has the butterfly articulation, which is so cool for the Hulk, and I don't think we've seen it before. I have the Ragnarok Thor right here, they didn't have that, but look at this. We'll talk about articulation right now, but that is really cool. It's very simple. His, you know, purple pants, Hulk, and it's a very vintage looking face. I like the color too. The green is just perfect. There is different types of greens and articulation. It's a little bit lighter here, and it looks good. There's definitely a paint job there. The hair looks good too. You get a little bit of green in the black, and it's just really cool. And then so you have this piece of his shirt, and it just kind of pops in there. It doesn't even pop, it just goes on top of it like that. So very simple. There's nothing really holds it, but it stays in place. But I just think it looks great with or without it. I'm glad that you could take it off, but I'm also glad that you could keep it in there. So it looks great. And it comes with a pair of, I guess it has a fist right here, so you just get the opposite fist hand, and then an open hand right here, which is good. So not too many accessories, but enough. You can't really see on the video, but in person it just looks so much bigger, like so much massive. And I mean, it doesn't really maybe have an inch taller. If you compare it, just the arms are a lot bigger, the feet are a lot bigger, like everything's just a lot bigger. I'm just happy and in love with this Hulk. This is the best thing ever. We needed something like this. This is what Colossus 2 looked like. I mean, it's great, and the thing should have been this big, I think. Just such a great Marvel Legends articulation wise. Let's see here. So you can look up a little bit, look down a little bit, sideways, look sideways. Again, the butterfly articulation here, so you know, it definitely again get some really cool Hulk poses. So that's great. It's different than like the Spider-Man or the Wolverine, that you could kind of actually see the articulation here. It's open up in the back, so you could only see in the back but not in the front, which is cool. So he lifts his hands this much though. That's as far as it goes, so not too much articulation there. This is a single jointed elbow, so you can't get much of that either. There's articulation in the wrist, and the hand does move a little bit. Yeah, it moves a little bit, not too much, but you do get a little bit of swivel here on the wrist. There is torso articulation, so he moves back very little, moves forward very little. There is some articulation here in the middle. He doesn't really, you can't really kick back and forward. You can't do that either. So it's very little articulation. There is some swivel right here on the thigh. There is a double jointed knee here on the knee, which gives you some range. And then there is swivel and articulation here on the ankle. So again, it's a little bit limited, but I don't mind it. I just think it's a great sculpt, and I think you'll definitely get enough poses for Hulk and what we need from him. And I really do love this articulation here on the butterfly, which is great. Again, I'm not gonna go through this Wolverine just because it's a very similar Wolverine. The only difference, the other different thing actually that we have here is these, I don't know what they call, but this shoulder pads right here. Right here. This shoulder pads right here. It's like you just have to, when you do post them, you just have to kind of move them around. It's fine. I mean, they're there, but you know, I like these ones way better. But I guess this is kind of how he had his costume there. I think you could take them off. I'm not gonna try, but they do move up just in case you're trying different poses and stuff. But again, I really love these two figures. I know that there's gonna be a Comic-Con exclusive Hulk, and I think it's pretty much this Hulk in the classic vintage packaging. With if you're keeping them open in those vintage boxes, I think it would look pretty cool. But other than that, I think it's the same Hulk, maybe a little bit of variation when it comes to the colors. I'm not quite sure, but to me, I don't necessarily need the other one, like I said, unless you are keeping it in the wall somehow with all your other vintage characters. And I actually rather have this piece, which I don't think the other single carded Hulk comes with. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching Mars Toys.